Hi guys, welcome to Daddy and the Don. Today we're going to be looking at Brentford versus Man United. This game was rearranged due to COVID. It's on this midweek. We've got a few guys going to give us an opinion, but we're going to get started with the main man himself. Down the middle, Shahan Mir.
Big game coming up this weekday between Brentford versus Manchester United. Where do I start? Brentford, surprisingly, I didn't expect them to get smashed 3-0. Thought it was going to be a much tighter game with Liverpool missing all their players. But I thought Brentford would really go for it. However, the score was 3-0. Liverpool was all over Brentford. It's a comfortable win for Liverpool. So they're going to be coming up against the mighty Manchester United. Man United, they got a point to prove, especially after letting that 2-0 lead slip, which was shambolic on Manchester United side. I think both teams, they will be going for it this game. Can go either way. I think Manchester United, they need to pick themselves up, brush themselves down, go again. However, Brentford, they're not going to be no slack, especially being at home. I think the home crowd, the players, they're going to be going for this. They're going to see Manchester United are playing weak at the moment. There's a weakness there, and I think Brentford are going to try to capitalise on this. However, again, like I said, it can go either way. I think both teams, they got a point to prove. And in my view, I think this game will be very attacking. I think Manchester United, again, will start off fast out the blocks. However, Brentford will be coming back at them. I can see this match finishing Manchester United 2-1.
Brentford versus Man United. I thought I'd come in and give a quick preview and score prediction for this game. Man United coming off a disappointing 2-2 draw against Aston Villa. Should have won that game. But they're just not complete. Midfield's the problem. And Ralph gets a lot of things wrong. I think if they don't pick the right team here, they could be in trouble. I think Brentford, I'm not going to criticise Brentford. They've done fantastically well to get to where they are. I do think a few changes might be needed in the sense of maybe formation and tactics. But they're going to set out to frustrate United, and I think they will. I do think some fans need to get a grip, be realistic. It's got to be a negative. End of the day, it's frustrating. I didn't see the Liverpool game, but it's Liverpool. You lot have done fantastically well to get where you are. You're not going to win every game, and you are going to lose games. Opportunity to get a draw here, and I think that's realistic. It's going to be a tight game. I don't think it's going to be great to watch. I think both teams will cancel each other out, and I think it will possibly be a ball draw here. So for score prediction, yeah, I'm going to go with that. I think it's going to be 0-0. Brentford will take the points. United will expect more. I will say one thing. I am getting a bit fed up every time I watch Brentford. They go, oh, this team is supposed to beat Brentford. That's a bit disrespectful. Brentford are higher than 7 more teams in the league. They're a good team. They've beaten great teams this year. I think they need a bit more respect. And Man United, if they don't show them that, Brentford could get a goal and win. But I will say 0-0.
Man United come into this game with a lot of unrest behind the scenes. Bar the odd slip-up, they have been able to pick up wins against the smaller sides in the league, whilst Brentford are having a bit of a rough time in the Premier League, with 1 league win in 5. However, Man United have to come to a new ground and a new experience, an atmosphere loved by Neville and Carragher, and one that Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea and Man City all have had trouble with. With what I've seen from a United side under Rangnick, it's a thing of if you go after them, the players panic. The players struggle and they start to have a go at each other. And as easy as it would be for us to sit back against United and counter them, I firmly believe the way to get something on Wednesday is to attack them, put them under immense pressure and give them nothing to feel positive about. I haven't forgotten the size of the club that Brentford are set to face, but I look at their results against Villa and Newcastle and how for the most part United weren't great and left those games with a draw. You could even argue that they were lucky to get a point at St James's Park. But what did those teams do? They attacked United. It's hard when you're in a run of poor form such as Brentford are in to try and play positive, to try and be positive. But I truly believe we can control the game and have Man United chase us as opposed to the other way around if we just play positively. I think the biggest things for us that we need to sort of focus on and iron out, it's how sloppy we've been in defence and transition. You know, we've got the ball, and then suddenly we don't have the ball, and now we're having to defend again. We could get away with that in the Championship. You can't get away with that in the Premier League. So I think that's one major thing for us. It also doesn't really help that we've not had a set 11 since game one, so it's hard to pick the patterns. Like, if you look back to last season, you could pick the pattern, you could see where we were going, and you knew it was going to come off 9 times out of 10. Whereas now you can't really do that, because it's like, oh well, that would have been Jensen, or that would have been Rico running down the wing, or that would have been X, Y, Z. Which doesn't help the next point I'm going to make, but it's also with the, like, it's our defensive ineptitude almost at set pieces. We seem to be conceding a lot of goals from corners, free kicks, and again, that's not a modern Brentford thing. Like, they have always been pretty good at dealing with the second balls, you know, running away with the ball even, you know, and it just seems to be a first thought, let's have a physical battle with our person, not first thought, win the ball, second thought, get up the pitch. It's, oh, the ball's come to me, I'll get rid of it. Oh, I need to go run after the ball now. It doesn't help when you're trying to not concede, if that's the mentality. But I don't know if that's just a case of us switching off, or if it just highlights how much Raya did really help us and sort of cover our backs when those sort of situations happened, and we just didn't really notice it until he's gone. Because, you know, you've got to look at their players. You know, you've got Maguire, Lindelof. I mean, Matic is playing, and he's pretty tall. You've got Fernandes, who can deliver anything on a dime. You know, they have the players to deliver the passes. They've got the players to put the ball in the net. You can't give them those opportunities. So I think it'll be very rowdy. I think our fans will get behind them no end until, you know, even after the whistle, they'll still be behind them. But I do have a feeling we will go defensive. So based on that, I'd take a draw. But the honest feeling is that I think we will lose 2-1. If we come out and play positively, then I would happily have us down to win. But I feel like at the moment it's not concede. Please do not concede. That will be our mindset, because we've conceded 7 goals in 2 games. So, but then we are at home. I will say a very brave defeat.